asked...
Here to see Odette? Perfect.
I think I'll leave the Lelic question until after the show's over. Child said he was originally going to come with Tonya. Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya? Mr. Chuganov's back again, but... Oh no.
Members of the audience, today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first attempt in a long time to revive the classic Snezhnayan ballet. To commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast.
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look...
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist?
And wasn't the performance spectacular?
It was indeed a fine performance.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer. Off we go then, Sar.
That has to be her. Excuse me. Huh? Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket.
Oh...
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because of the weather.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely white out there.
Let's wait it out for now.
Well, Look at that.
Let's wait.
Ugh, why do you need to take it so seriously?
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps... I know the route well.
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Wait here.
What a kind gentleman.
So,
Don't worry about that. They will escort us back.
Operation Showtime? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there.
Sure.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and find Odette.
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Sorry, but...
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets?
I was thinking the same thing.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I...
You seem anxious, Mr.
They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnayan army, Mr.
Why don't you go out and take a look?
An absurd hypothesis.
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm to me. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air.
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. Oh, right.
Whoa.
Is weather like this rare, even in Snezhnaya?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before. Actually, I take that back.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal.
We can't stay cooped up here forever. No need. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoe.
Heading out, my man?
Thanks for the advice.
He's back! He's back!
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. This isn't your average snowstorm.
Are you serious?
You want to go outside and see?
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad?
Whoa! So now we're stuck here? On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with supplies. At least, I assume that's alright? Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, this is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the two top stars in all of Snezhnaya.
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny...
It's getting colder. Close the door and lock it tight.
I have to say,
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Do you think we were coming on too strong?
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Really? I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's performance ready.
This doesn't...
So unfair. Talk about double standard.
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this theoretically warrants a Harbinger-level response.
Why, hello, sir. Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine.
Greetings. Major Valeri. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety.
Mr. Traveler, I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her.
So, Mr. Mitya, is your work related to Project Stuja?
Yes, that's right. Really? I can't... All right.
I don't think it's ever been this lively backstage before. Hey, have you seen Chuganov?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest of all to deal with.
I don't. Do tell.
Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious million more coat. Well, look at that. I got myself a new listener. Hey there. Let me introduce myself. The name's Shram, and I'm a mercenary.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Child must take great care of his sister.
You know, I actually find this whole thing kind of exciting. Stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Exactly.
Look after yourself.
My husband has major trust issues.
That's the price of marrying into wealth. Hello.
How's it looking?
No change from this afternoon.
We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage.
A drama about sleeping?
Not bad.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage?
I guess I'll call it a night. I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet.
Finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. Come on, let's keep heading up.
What's going on?
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left, the only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay...
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova.
I am.
As much as I detest the Black Mist cultists.
Then I bid you both farewell. Fate always appears so impossibly complicated. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. Torgov and Sobolova are gone. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. This happens from time to time. Well, huh? Are you really that sleepy, Trap?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
What happened to...
These two people have passed away. Have I seen this moment before?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear.
But just last night, they were chatting and joking away.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Who was the first to...
Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov heading this way, I followed him. I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him.
The snowstorm was raging all night.
You mean an intruder? No, not possible.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious activity.
Nothing on your end either?
Backstage is clear. We checked the basement.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door?
No, there's nothing like that. I also checked the windows.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory.
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels and plays, isn't it?
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? Set in a theater during a snowstorm. A murder takes place, and the killer is among us.
Looking at who the killer targeted.
What is?
Both victims were wealthy, such ruthless method.
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us?
Lelik. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep.
So he really was threatened by Lelik.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik,
Was this really Lelik's doing? If Odette really is Lelik, this seems out of character. I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. What should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik killed anyone, at least from the stories I've heard. Besides,
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette.
Miss Vodyanitsa.
defense.
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then,
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov.
Even so, there's no
I can't do this anymore.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. And whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad daylight.
As much as I regret having to say this, because as things stand. Unless anyone has further information to share.
You seem to be very comfortable taking charge, Major.
I simply made an executive decision that someone needed to take control of the situation on the military's behalf.
No, quite. There's no guarantee that you can trust your classmate.
You're right, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one...
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on the same page earlier...
Whoa. Are you serious? Odette?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect.
What are we up to now? Odette's identities. I guess I don't understand.
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone earlier, yeah, we need to confront her face to face.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelik?
I don't know. Now's her chance. Hey, Odette. Shh. Keep your voice down. So, Alright, fine. None of us believes you kill innocent people. The Traveler was the first to figure out your identity. Still, we're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. So...
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelik. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but...
Huh? You're gonna
That's right. But after taking some time to assess the situation and...
What?!
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelik. But more importantly, so, if any otherwise...
Is this really the truth?
A real no-nonsense attitude.
Are you seriously buying this?
I do have one question, Miss Odette.
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelik. And that is exactly what the real culprit wants.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice.
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand.
Mr. Chugan...
Good work, Lelik Guard Team.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me?
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed...
Don't worry, Tony. Once the snow stops...
Really, Miss Vodyanitsa?
Aw, you're so cute, Tonya. All right.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya.
You really do get carried away sometimes.
Hey! Mind your own business!
Don't be nervous, Miss Wateramp.
Excuse me? Oh.
Primary mode of expression.
Well, it's just... The emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial expressions.
I'm impressed,
It's not about being cultured or not, and yet... You're clearly human, Mr.
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. Anyway, we spent so much time together that before I knew it...
Oh,
Hey.
heavens! Why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight.
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette being the killer? Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight.
An excellent idea. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. That being said, in fact, Lelik's numerous covert
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just... I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. Oh, not going.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I came here to get information from her in the first place.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Plus, I had a... I just had a simple question for you, Rosaline. In her final moments, I know she was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though... Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. Yes, it was extremely grueling. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. After enduring all that, surely any child who had to experience that would grow to hate her lot in life. So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. It was my way of telling her. I think she probably blamed my poor performance and training on my passion for ballet. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, I told her. She looked stunned. But strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was during training. After that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Sort of. She knew the location of every piece of Core Ignis, but I kept mine. I still wonder. I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. Wait. Okay.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. Paimon's very important to me. So I have to get to the bottom of this.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the final battle. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodkrat. Yes. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though, once we get out of here. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know.
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was.
Even if you...
Well, thank you both for keeping watch.
Sure. This is our second night here. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days.
Hey, what are you spacing?
How long?
Time's lost all meaning.
A star key? Or key star?
Whatever it's called. But it seems like no matter how far we walk...
Well, we've come this far.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful!
Back on the key. Hey,
Shut up! Run faster.
What the? What the?
Monsters ahead of us? The black mist behind us? Feels like there's no escape.
Shut up! Run faster.
Learned. Are you hurt?
No. Yeah. Otherwise, why would it always be out of...
We know you...
Thank you, friend. But you're going to continue.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. The black mist has stopped rising. This is a good opportunity. Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Huh?
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that...
Coolish, wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casualties yesterday.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time.
Rampana.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night?
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise. And from what I've...
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I heard the Traveler and Lelik chatting, but...
Me too. Then, what could possibly be causing this? I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish for so long.
4 victims. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon.
Still snowing?
Yes. So we only have ourselves to rely on.
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. Lelik must be an expert in poisoning.
Here we go.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelik's reason for revealing her identity the real story? She's been playing us for fools. You get off on this, don't you?
That's a hideous thought.
How?
That's enough. Yesterday, but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of Odette and mine.
Who knows? Maybe you don't know her as well as you think. Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator.
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead.
How can you defend her, officer? All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes. Then tell us to fall in line. Don't.
Sir, but 4 people have already died. Turning against one another is the last thing we should be doing right now.
Little.
Even if he's still one of the victims here.
I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now.
I don't think there's any need for that.
Did you have an idea, Mitya?
I've been mulling something over. But then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on whatsoever.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event.
Correct.
Now that you mention it, haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing.
Well,
why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more open mind?
Very well.
I need to think very hard about whether there's anything that ever needed hiding.
Tonya, did...
Not yet.
This looks like...
All right. Maybe it's
because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of... It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. All right.
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show. Yes.
This should confirm...
Yes. Apparently...
Are we certain that logbook is accurate?
Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal. Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets.
Did an extra person just materialize out of thin air? Did an extra person...
Ah, Traveler.
Alosha found it.
An investigation report, huh?
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this issue.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous. Anyway, the bottom line is...
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. It's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these 2 murder cases.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. My area of research doesn't touch on any of that. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. unnerving. Death is near. But if so...
Maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a sec. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it?
Oh, I beg to differ. Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful leads, I think it's time to reconvene. So, that's about everything we've discovered so far. I'll share my theory first. If the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk of their identity being exposed. I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time.
What about the note found in the investigation report?
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke.
So, it has nothing to do with the haunting of the theater after all.
This theory makes sense to me.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket?
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too.
I most certainly did not degrade myself in such a way.
Probably.
Especially after the unprompted Lelic reveal.
Sounds like Chuganov went to a lot of trouble to get... I don't believe any of... Mr. Schramm, did you really go through the ticket inspection to get in here?
Huh?
It's not that you stand out as suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah, although, actually, last time I checked, there were barely any of us remaining in Snezhnaya, and I suppose it's also kind of a...
Good grief.
Hey, that was just the bodyguard hired by our family.
We don't need details.
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name. That's all. Even with me to protect her.
Really?
Huh?
delicate tongue.
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnayan history was over 400 years ago.
What's going on?
All right, Mr. Mitya.
I'm just as amazed as you are.
Is someone going to explain what's going on here?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the case. Vodyanitsa's private letter touches upon... No. The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its grounds from returning to them. Mr. Schramm's statement proves he is from hundreds of years ago, and according to the investigation report on the theater hauntings, for some unknown reason, yeah, that must be the immediate reason why the death of those victims is an irrefutable fact. The contents of the investigation report have been verified. Death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. Mr. Schramm must be one such soul, so when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased.
Someone who died along...
In short?
You mean I'm a ghost? But even if I was dead...
Yeah.
The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of.
Except there's no concrete evidence. Still,
All right.
On the contrary, it's...
I'm trying to remember and...
Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as her bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend.
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me.
But...
No.
Mr. Shram, I'm...
My good sir.
No.
Let it go, man.
Oh, Zarova.
As long as she went on to be happy. There's no need to see me off, my friend.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shram was already dead, but...
Death is cruel.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? Even the historical records about that time period don't say much about it. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui.
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time...
So...
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds.
all this time...
All right. If Mitia's theory is correct...
Ugh, if only this blasted... I was actually planning on hiring him as my bodyguard after we got out of here, you know.
Even though Shram was already deceased.
This is one of the few times I don't feel at all happy to have my theory proven true.
Well, the information he revealed...
At least the lingering regret that kept him here has been put to rest.
Add at...
Thank you for
Looks like now we can just rest. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years.
Knock knock.
Huh?
Knock knock.
Y-
Think of it as a signal then. Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start, but when everyone was discussing who Lelit could be, yes,
It's nothing.
actually. So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about before all of this. The last time I saw him, as I'm sure you know, well, I often saw him around the theater, so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace. Well, but when I finally made it to his lab, I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe...
That's why you were so on guard around Mitia that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could... To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder struck, that is.
And yet...
Exactly. Besides...
But now, it seems like there's another can. I understand why you kept it to yourself.
So, what...
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week...
A week ago, he seemed completely normal to me.
So he was definitely alive on that day.
Here's a thought. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace.
You're right.
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
Huh, what's this? A private... Where do I line up?
That's not what's going on here.
What is going on with this store?
I almost hope it is.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die?
Death itself is cold, isn't it?
Well, thinking back on it, once we get out of here...
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden.
Yeah, without Tonya.
I told...
Little girl?
Oh,
I've been too embarrassed to admit it, but so kind to everyone. But never lets her old man off the hook, especially when she was little. All right. Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. However, out of an abundance of caution, I'll keep watch.
Shouldn't...
No need.
What a long day. This whole situation turned... But Valeri's...
He's awake.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Curses! The black... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me.
Mr. Door!
Look at your trouble!
Get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh. Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this the hard way. You win this.
Remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Come here closer.
How could this be?
Impossible. Impossible.
Wait, look! No, no! Mr. Door, what are you...
Found it. This is... I am a door.
No!
You must keep going.
But... Oh. The black mist isn't moving anymore. Surely I... Oh, okay. Hmm?
What time? I guess everyone's still asleep? Valeri?
Wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. But for me...
A house...
I I just checked on.
That means.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch.
This.
Actually, one thing has changed.
No similar cases have ever been But Mr. Schramm was already deceased to start. Can a death at night even be defended against? After the deceased Schramm left, it's a reasonable conclusion. The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us.
Exactly. By that logic,
Another one.
having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm.
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, it's just...
I'm sorry. This is.
I'm partly to blame.
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from the rest of us.
Odette and I talked.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no recollection of dying.
Well,
if you don't mind me asking, Traveler.
No, never.
Now just 1 minute. You're in the hot seat.
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chugan?
You!
Did Mitya ask about I suppose
I'm just saying. You're going around casting suspicion on people for no reason. I can vouch for her if...
Oh, really?
Since being here...
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya either. Miss Odette.
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't. Miss Vojanitsa, during...
Oh.
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, some of my memories from that afternoon are missed.
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory?
Of course. How...
You mean being sucked?
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly it all makes sense. I must thank you, Odette.
Leave!
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna...
I have other reasons beyond what's... I remember during Miss Odette's performance. I can't remember it now at all.
No. Hold on. There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, all it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater. There's no evidence to... Please relax, everyone. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now...
Mitya's right.
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment? With this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my... But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this.
Oh, that Valeri guy was packing even more muscle than I thought. Ah, curse this confounded snowstorm. What do you want?
What's on your mind, Odette?
I was thinking about Mitya, after all. So, to hear the news that you're apparently dead, but when Mitya... Poor Mr.
Maybe it's a good thing that Maybe it's the realization that, at the end of life, everyone has to face it alone. Come to think of it, the main reason we're still alive right now is pure luck. You could take it a step further and say that the same is true outside, too. If I make it out of here, I'm going to cherish...
Without regrets, I feel like a strange sense of anxiety has been quietly growing in...
Are you okay? If something's bugging you, let's talk about it.
I have a travel companion named Paimon. Alosha and Odette have met her before.
You're worried about...
To be honest. But with Paimon by my side, over time, she loves eating. Over the last few days that... But by the time I snap out of it, I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment.
I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps left Snezhnograd and I could be surrounded by people, all smiling and having fun. Later on, I started to think all we can do is cherish their companionship from moment to moment. So, once we get out of here, you better hurry back to our side as fast as you can.
Thank you.
But what do you... That's just the choice I made. Like I said before, our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years. But does a story exist without someone to read it? So I made the choice to stay.
Could you teach me how to understand your people's songs sometime?
I've never heard that one before. Color me impressed, Tone. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song.
No wonder I could...
It's getting late, Tonya.
Okay.
Of course.
Once I get out of here. But I guess that means before I fall asleep. Where? It's so dark in here. Huh? What was...
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. All right, we're safe. Sort of. Yep.
A bit more...
Sure I do.
Thanks.
All right. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! Which is over there. Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up. Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry!
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant experience.
Great.
Yeah.
Time for you to...
What about you?
I can't. I've already... The Guardians, I might not look any I can go no further.
Why didn't you...
Because...
But...
Go.
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect the body.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Take a long... I suspected you on day one, Lilac, and you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. Where was all this passion and bravado before?
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on.
After all the trauma of the past few days, Valeria and Mitya aren't here anymore. But first, I need to think this through. Of those who remain, people are easily misled by first impression, but Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonya's identity yesterday. Tonya, how's...
Who, sir?
Your brother Ajax...
Oh.
Chuganov.
I knew you were behind this. Everything about you is fake. That night, when But thinking back on it now...
Even that was a lie?
Curses!
I think I remember now. The reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. It's not a very common illness. After a while, I felt myself growing weaker and weaker. So one day, I told my brother that I wanted him to take me outside for once. He agreed. We got to the theater.
Oh.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother anywhere, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. Tonya. Yeah, I know. After all of that, I'm sorry, everyone.
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. At least now it's your turn, Chu.
And yes, the truth of the matter is, I lost them. My daughter's name was Iskra. She after Iskra passed. One day when I came home from work, I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel...
Nothing more than a pathetic means of So explain your...
The night before, combined with her various symptoms, the snow cough used to be an incurable illness. But the year after my daughter passed away, the jester of the Fatui announced that a cure for frostblight. That was the final straw. So, poor...
So, you projected your daughter on...
That doesn't make any sense.
How can you just declare a living person dead and throw them out into that snowstorm? Mitya's gone. The others I can make my peace with. I just want her to live. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm before I have the chance to cure her. Not again. Not this time.
Mr. Chuganov, by the sounds of it, I really liked Mr. Valeri, Mr. Mitya. I'm not happy.
No.
Well, at this point, despite all the bad things that kept happening since the day I escaped that hospital until now, I'm very fond of you all. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you owe an apology to, sir. Well then, I suppose...
You're leaving already?
My name is Patashka. Feels strange that we're only being properly introduced now that it's time to say goodbye.
Patashka?
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you
Let me leave.
In your dreams. The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced interrogation techniques since they were... I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop.
Wait.
Fair enough.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here, you should close down that factory of yours.
Is this really the time to be discussing my factory? All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? If the last few days, whatever lie.
Hey, everyone.
How are you doing?
Let me see. Vodyanitsa died last night.
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments...
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like...
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
That song is meant...
Huh. When I first stepped out of the theater, I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. I don't know how else to describe it. And as for the Requiem, but I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there.
You don't seem any different to me either. Both Shram and Patashka were clearly deceased.
This raises a truly terrible thought. Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Requiem. Of course. Then maybe we've all been dead from the very start.
Yes.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. It's ironic, really. Do you remember that note? Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along.
So all our attempts to survive...
Hard to say. The presence of those two is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines.
If what you're saying is true, no one...
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all.
Am I? No.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead.
Exactly. I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw something. I can't...
Mitya, you're...
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dry. What the... I guess... What's wrong?
It's... Renova. Huh? Alosha. It was about the Grim Reaper. And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little.
That's right.
When I first saw this note...
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic... No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days. Is it you, Alosha?
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first?
There's no denying it.
That's not all. Looking back now...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay.
So, you didn't understand my intentions.
He still won't admit it.
The biggest question I have right now...
That's right. Right at the start. Before any victims had even emerged, When all this began, it wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the ordinary was going on. But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that.
Right.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all.
Not bad.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence.
I heard you can ferry souls.
Your initial conclusion was correct. Every night they Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care. Don't get so.
I know we're already.
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, you simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about You cursed us?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here.
Work?
You clearly have a lot of questions. After the physical body dies, my work encompasses the entire process of death. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications, but this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, but if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, then they will remain forever suspended between life and death.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines...
Mitya is sharp. But if you have the authority to guide souls...
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really?
Just moments ago. Work is work.
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. Then there was the issue of the two lost souls you called the deceased.
That's what I don't understand.
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines. Exploiting the issues created, centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. Only then, with my guidance.
I vaguely remember seeing...
I see your dream. Anyway, that is more of an angel's role. Meanwhile, as both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, and of course...
Sounds like you had it all figured out. I just did the math.
That much is obvious.
It's time to review. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. Let me... No. 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 Let me... let me... No. No. Let me... No. No. Let me go... Alosha was the during this process. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. Let me... No. Let me... No. Let... No. Let... The ley lines devoured... Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of unexplainable... Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. No, let me... We thought it was all... Mr. Schramm, a lot happened today. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Vodyanitsa was... Although Mitya, the void in the lake... As it happened, the girl I thought, come to think of it, and Renova, looking back, No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already... Now, that covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet.
The water imp's song threw things off a little. The ley lines have already anchored your soul.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned...
That just leaves you, traveler. And your soul is for a descender like you, who I have no interest...
One last question then.
Death above... To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade.
Grim Reaper. You really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What?
How much do you... Has Odette already forgotten? Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right. Just like me when Odette found me at the... just with one catch.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything.
Could this be the reason?
I don't...
You don't? Huh. Does that mean I carved this... What about you, though?
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly.
Well then, now that it's all over, the first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it.
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before your eyes.
That must be how you know you have won. This also aligns with previous reports of, to those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonic. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death?
If nothing...
Right. This time... Come to think of it, I can't remember what it was, but I think it was something related to my research sorry, Traveler.
Sir, if I may, yet you two seem very familiar with each other, and by...
I can explain everything.
So Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. So, you said I agreed.